Greetings, greetings. Hello, hello. Mana Dad and Mana Baby here. I just got my Challenger decks in the mail, so I thought I'd just live unbox these on camera. Well, I can't go live until I get 1,000 subscribers, so help me out with that. But it's probably going to end up being the first video on the channel. Channel I'm calling Mana Dad. I'm a dad who used to play Magic and just getting back in. I'm trying to build up my collection of standard cards, and so since this has a lot of the best standard cards, I went ahead and ordered a set of these Challenger decks. Some of the cards will rotate out in a couple months, sadly, but for the time being they are playable, and they came today on a Thursday, so I could play them at Friday Night Magic, although I think I'm going to be busy with other family obligations. We've got Deadly Discovery, the one most people agree is the worst one. United Assault, this is mono white. Arcane Tempo, has some bomb cards. And then Lightning Aggro. A lot of people think this is going to be the most competitive deck. I pre-ordered these on Amazon. I believe I paid $89.77, shipping included, for all four of these. Let's open up Deadly Discovery. Excited, Mana Baby? This is very small. Okay. Well, we've got a nice life die. Classic Magic symbol. White, not green or black. We've got Challenger deck. A little bit of link to online stuff. Okay, here, what do we got here? Arguel's Bloodfast, Duress. This must be sideboard cards. Golden Demise, Ascend. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Unless you have the City's Blessing, then only your opponent's creatures. Reclamation Sage, destroying enchantments. Cruel Harpooner. Murder. So, it doesn't look like there's like a good box in here that could be used. It's a little card spacer thing, huh? Interesting. So maybe the idea is you can keep some dice or things in these other areas. Seems like a lot of extra space. It might add to shipping costs. So let's see, the deck itself. Let's see if it comes pre-shuffled. I doubt it. We have Vraska, Relic Seeker. Create a 2/2 black pirate creature token with menace. So I might put that in my pirate deck. I'm building a pirate deck for Commander. So Vraska. Find Finality. Some rares. Returns creatures from your graveyard or puts +1/+1 counters on creatures, which is I guess useful perhaps in the War of the Spark with all the proliferate. Overgrown Tomb, nice pain land there. Jade Light Ranger. Rares. 2 copies of Jade Light. Llanowar. Merfolk Branchwalker. Exploring Merfolk. Wild Growth Walker. Seeker Squire, another explorer. Ravenous Chupacabra, great card. 2/2 body, and it comes in and destroys a creature your opponent controls. Not your own creature. Plague Crafter. Each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. That's right, Mana Baby. District Guide, Golgari Findbroker, Eldest Reborn. Ooh, 3 of those. Cast Down. Target non-legendary creature, a bunch of those. Memorial to Folly. Bring back some creatures from the graveyard. Golgari Guildgate, Swamp, Forest. Next, we'll check out United Assault. I want to see what people on their other YouTube channels have, like a box cutter handy. Okay, looks like it's the same 20-sided die. Open up the sideboard here first. Gatli Honor Guard. 1/3. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. So turn off those enter the battlefield triggers. Remorseful Cleric. Exile all cards from target player's graveyard. With graveyard hate. Baffling End. Exile target creature and opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or less. When Baffling End leaves the battlefield, target opponent creates a 3/3 green dinosaur creature token with trample. I hope they don't have enchantment removal, I guess. Conclave Tribunal. Enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. Got some Knights. Hexproof for black. Creatures you control get indestructible. Shieldmare can't be blocked by red creatures. 3 Shieldmares. And let's look at what's in the deck itself. We've got a Legion's Landing, 1 mana cost legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white vampire token with lifelink. When you attack with 3 or more creatures, you transform it into Adanto, the First Fort. And it is basically a plains that makes you more white vampire lifelinkers. Got 2 of those. Got 2 History of Benalia. Is really excited about this. This is a really awesome saga. I've seen this used online to great effect. So we get 2 of those with this deck. Banalish Marshal, another awesome card. You get 4 of those, 4 Banalish Marshals. Anthem for all your guys. Dauntless Bodyguard. Enters the battlefield, choose another creature you control. That creature gains indestructible if you sacrifice Dauntless Bodyguard. So, great way to keep your good stuff around. Healer's Hawk, Flying Lifelink. Leonin Vanguard. If you control 3 or more creatures, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn, and you gain 1 life at the beginning of combat. Sky Marcher Aspirant. Another Ascend. Rewards you for having permanence. Creatures or otherwise. Has flying as long as you have the city's blessing. White Weenie's the name of the game. A Johnny's Pride Mate. Put a +1/+1 counter on it when you gain life. And since you got a lot of life linkers, hopefully that will be happening a lot. Adanto Vanguard. Now you can pay for life to make him indestructible, which is kind of interesting. Kind of useful sometimes. Pride of Conquerors. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. If you have the city's blessing, they get +2/+2 instead. So, little instant anthem just till the end of turn. Got some more Conclave Tribunals. So the 4th one in the playset. And then 1 Hunted Witness for good measure, I guess. And all planes. That is United Assault. That's the mono white challenger deck. Looks very competitive. Back in the day, we used to call it a white weenie deck. Okay, next up, let's do Lightning Aggro. I believe that is a goblin whirling a chain right there. Ooh, okay, we got a different color die. Sideboard and the deck. There it is. So this deck basically pays for itself because you get 1 of these, Rekindling Phoenix. One of the most popular cards going right now in a bunch of formats. I didn't actually have any of them, so I'm excited to be the proud owner now of one Rekindling Phoenix. What does it do? Well, for 2 and 2 red, so 4/3 flying, when it dies, it creates an elemental creature token with, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this creature and return target card named Rekindling Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste until end of turn. So, comes back. Exciting. Experimental Frenzy. This is a great card draw for red. Red tends to get stuck, right? You know, it burns people out and then can't get more cards. But here you go. You can look at the top card of your library. You can play it. Can't play cards from your hand, but hopefully by the time you play that, you don't need to. So we got 2 of those. Got a Banefire. Goblin Chain Whirler. 3/3 for 3 red. Great in an all-red deck. When it comes in, it deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. It's just ridiculously good. 3/3 first strike. Fantastic card. You got a whole 4-place set of those. So this is a great deck. Runaway Steamkin. Whenever you cast a red spell, you get to plus it, and you can cash it out for mana when you do your big Banefire. Fanatical Firebrand. 1/1 haste, and you can sacrifice it to throw itself at a creature or player. Shock. Basically, back when I used to play, there was Lightning Bolt, which was the same as Shock, but did 3 damage for 1 red. But anyway, now Shock. That was too powerful. And we have Lava Coil, deals 4 damage to target creature. If that creature would die, exile it instead. Nice bit of removal. Lightning Strike. So this is the new Lightning Bolt. Wizard's Lightning. Now if you control a wizard, I'm not sure if any of these creatures are wizards. Goblin Warrior, Elemental, Goblin Pirate. So yeah, no wizards, but if you are running a deck, it costs 2 less to cast if you have a wizard, so it is an actual old school Lightning Bolt at that point. Oh, here we go. Here's a wizard. Gitu Lava Runner. Vivian, read the cards, Manadad. Creature, human, wizard. As long as there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, it gets +1/+0 and haste. So basically a 2/2 for 1 red mana haste, so in most conditions. Fantastic. Vyashino Pyromancer. Enters the battlefield, deals 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. So just zap right off the bat, as if it's attacked with haste, unblockable. And mountains. So deals 5 damage to target creature. If you have a lot of mana, you can deal 10 damage, divide as you choose among any number of targets instead. This could be a fun commander card, actually. Looks like you get 4 of those. Lightning Mare. It's the opposite of the other horse. 3/1, can't be countered, can't be blocked by blue creatures, and you can pump it. Pretty useful against blue. Another Mare to gain life. I guess if you're up against a deck that burns you faster. Maybe there's a deck that gives all horses +1/+1. Fiery Cannonade deals 2 damage to each non-pirate creature. So that will be going in my pirate-themed commander deck for sure. And next we have Arcane Tempo. Oh, there's the Phoenix I was thinking of. Arclight Phoenix, not Rekindling Phoenix. Oh well, as I said, I'm just getting back into this. Don't come here for your magic expertise. Come here for your fan nerdiness and stories about the old days. I am, after all, a mana dad, not a mana kid. And with our blue and red deck, we have a green die. So I wonder if the die are randomized. That doesn't seem necessarily seem planned perfectly. Let's open up the sideboard. Oh, Entrancing Melody, that's a card I've been wanting. I call this Steal Your Opponent's Hydroid Crassus for 4 mana. Gain control of target creature with converted mana cost X, and we get 3 of those. Nice. 1 Mirari Conjecture. Returns instant, then sorcery to your hand, and then you can copy a bunch. May be useful in the upcoming, is it Rahl Storm something Planeswalker deck? Fiery Cannonade, got more of those. Shivan Fire, deals 2 damage to target creature. If that spell was kicked, it deals 4 damage to that creature instead. Disdainful Stroke, it's counterspell, negates. Very good counterspell for this format. Counters any non-creature spell, and we have 1 Beacon Bolt. Deals damage to target creature equal to the total number of instant and sorcery cards you own in exile and your graveyard. Jumpstart. You can cast this from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to paying its other costs. Then exile it. But it will still count if you had 2 of them. But we only have 1. At least in the sideboard. Let's see what's in the deck. Kick a ball. Oh, you see these die? You think those are balls? Those are dice. Or die, singular. Right, now I'm on camera telling my kid to die. Okay, there it is. Arclight Phoenix, Mythic Rare, 3/2 Flying Haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast 3 or more instant or sorcery spells, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. Just, you know, you could buy 4 of these decks, I guess, and then you'd have 4 Phoenixes. Niv Mizzet. Ooh, we got 2 of these. This guy is ridiculous, too. He's a little hard to cast because he costs 3 blue, 3 red. Can't be countered, 5/5 flying. When you draw a card, he deals 1 damage to any target. And when a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, they draw a card. So just absolutely ridiculous in a spell-slinging deck. Sulphur Falls. Enters tapped unless you control an island or mountain. So these are kind of like the new dual lands. Some of the old dual lands. Stay tuned. Maybe I'll show some of those to you in another video. Mirari Conjecture. Got some Crackling Drakes. Power is equal to the total number of instant and sorcery cards you own in exile and in your graveyard. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. Fantastic card. Anything that, you know, just replaces itself in your hand. Goblin Electromancer. Instant sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. Murmuring Mystic. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, you get a blue bird. Opt. Radical Idea. You draw a card, and you can jumpstart it again. You got 4 shocks. Charter Course. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. Unless you attack with the creature this turn. So you can see a lot of these are just uncommons and commons if you wanted to make the version of this deck without any rares. I think there are probably some deck lists out online there. And Dive Down, Save Your Creatures. A couple of those. 1 Blink of an Eye. 4 Lava Coils. And 1 also Beacon Bolt main deck. So there you go. You can get 2. Got Is It Guild Gates, and Islands, and Mountains. So that has been the unboxing of the Challenger decks. I hope you enjoyed it. Unboxings are expensive. As I said, I paid almost $90 for all 4 of these, so I probably won't be doing too many more. But you know, if you liked it, let me know. Oh, see, you can see what a pro I am at this. Okay. Thanks for watching.